Well, this is about how far it's going to turn. It's about at a 45 degrees. And I think it's plenty. What I'm going to do, I'm going to weld a piece of 3-inch plate just like this piece here. But it'll be in the bottom like this right here. It'd be in the center of that. But I got the reason why that's not center, that's a 1/2 inch on the bottom, because I dropped this rear end down a 1/2 inch. So now I got to drop this rear end down here, down a 1/2 inch here, and a 1/2 inch here. And that'll put that back right. But the only reason why I'm putting this 3/8 plate, for one reason, for weight. It'll add some weight to the tractor. Weight is what I want. I want some weight. So, and plus that'll strengthen this hole up right here. And you notice that this hole I got in the middle, it's perfect for the turn of my universal joint. There'll be no problem whatsoever for the turn. Once it drops down, it'll be better where it's supposed to be, about right there. You see it's about a 1/2 inch off at the top. And that's on this end here on the back where my B is. It'd be inside the frame there. I didn't see, I draw that in blue. I should have drawn this one here pink. I'm gonna put a 1/2 inch plate in this one the same way, but it'd be inside the 1/2 inch. This plate here be on the outside of this one, this 3/8. It could be on the inside. I don't know which one. Probably more or less on the inside. It's trying to rain here, but you see from that blue mark right there, and to the end of that yellow, well, that's 2.5 inches. So that's where the end of my bearing be sticking out at 2.5 inches right there. And inside here would be that 1/2 inch plate weld in here. That's for back of my flange, my bearing flange, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the real name is, but it's a flange on back of my, and it kind of looks like, well, like that. You see this going out here with threads on it, this is turned down. That's what it's going to look like. Let's see what you see. Yeah, this is exactly same drawing here. You see the yellow? That's the yellow there. It's the same drawing. And that's the same one here. It's just minutes just a little littler. If you want to look at if you want to freeze your computer and get the measurements, there you go. But anyway, it's trying to rain. I'm going out and look out here by this trailer right here. So I think I got some 3/8 plates. I think I got a piece of 1/2 inch to fit in here. But this 1/2 inch, it won't go all the way to the bottom. I don't think it's thick enough. I got to find out how big it is. I think it's 1/2 inch. It might be thicker than 1/2 inch. If it ain't, I'm going to have to find a piece of 1/2 inch. This piece of plate here is either, I don't know what it is, either 3/8 or 1/2. But it's going to work for that other piece. Let's see what it is. Looks like it's 1/2 inch. That'll be fine. I'll use 1/2 inch. Put this on there. Let's see. Would it work? Would it work that way? Would it work this way? Yeah, there we go right there. That'll work right out. Cut a piece of that out. This 1/2 inch plate for this here. That'd be beautiful. And the other plate I got, this other plate here, I got a piece of plate here. It's 1.5 inches thick. But it's not going to work because it ain't wide enough. So I'm going to have to get something else size this. I'm not going to use my table. I got a piece of metal there that's 1/2 inch, but I don't want to use it because this is doggone armor piercing metal here. This stuff here, boy, it's hard to drill. You could drill through it with a cobalt bit, but it is hard to drill. It'll eat up some drill bits. I've already done used some of them. It's just hard to drill through. Very, very hard to tap. Very hard. See, I believe that'll work because if I line it up right there to there, that's going up past my bearing, so that's good. The same way here, this piece here will be this pink piece in the middle right here. So on the top is where my other down here the scale is a little different. Something different, I don't know what it is. But anyway, I believe this is big enough here. This piece here to make that. Pretty sure it is. I'm cutting that at 10 and 9/16. That'd be just right. Well, it just fell off. This is like 1.5 inches thick. What this is? Yes, 1.5 inches. I don't need this piece here. I need this piece up here is what I need. Now I need a piece of 1/2 inch. 10 by something. Well, I don't need it. I just go out there and cut it. I got it. I just got to cut it. Get it off the thing out there. This piece here would be my 10.5. Which would be this piece going inside of here. It'd be buried in this. I think this is gonna be buried too. Yeah, this will be buried. And this will be buried in the frame. So it'll be 10.5 wide. What I needed. So we're gonna cut this off. I'm gonna torch this, then straighten it up with a bandsaw 10.5 inches wide. Well, here's my 10.25. I'm cutting now. This is for the back end of the frame. Will have the big 6.5 inch hole in it right here. Good morning. My man Dave here is gonna hook me up with cutting my centerpieces for my bearing. You can see my drawing on the back. He ain't going by that. He going by his own drawing. So he said to hell with that. He gonna go professional way. He don't go by magic marker marks. He going the
well,
tube maker's way.
Excuse me. You got top written over here.
I know this is a mistake. That's the reason why.
Okay, so I am going right.
Yes,
direction.
you are. This is the wrong. That's why I say. I did correct that. But you are right. Anyway, he's going to cut all these out for me and get my bearing up where I can get this thing running. Well, we won't get it running today, but he'll have me so far ahead, it'll be crazy. These, grinding these off, all these plates. He's got to cut a 6.25 hole in the middle right here for this to fit in. I know that's 6 inches, but that's going to fit in there with a 1/8 bushing in there. It fit in there. That hole over there he's doing has got, I think it's going to be a 7 inch or 6. This is going to be a 6 inch hole. This is going to fit through it. When it goes through it, them holes will bolt right into it. The flange will bolt right into this. So we got that. I got just to cut out and another one somewhere else. Right down there to cut it out. Send it up in the lathe where you can cut that hole with this 4-jaw nightmare 4-jaw chuck. That's what I call them, a nightmare chuck.
It's called tree panning.
Well, he's getting ready to do his second one now. He's got it all lined up and ready for to put his homemade tube post in there. He made this. He made this go on top of it to hold it. Pretty fancy little deal there. So he can slide that thing up. Because if you go too far, this part here runs into the item. So he had to make that piece where it would go out further and get that out of there. And this is the one he already did over here. Where'd it go? What'd I do with it? Oh, I took it over here. It's a little dark here right now, but that's it right there. It's ready to go. So we have, this is a 6 inch piece, be welded here. I have another one with a 7-inch hole be welded here. Then I have my rest of my bearing on this side, and you know, my other pieces going here. Well, here's one piece completed. Completed. This is my 6 inches. So 12 and 12 is 6, so that's half of that. So this here will weld right on the bottom. I think on the bottom, I ain't sure yet. It could weld on the bottom, or it can weld exactly right there. I don't know which one yet, but that's where it's going to be. So this is a 5/16 plate. This is, let me think, 1/2 inch plate here. So what I got to do is, I got to cut this back 1/2 inch, cut that out 1/2 inch back, and do the same thing behind there and behind there. Because see, this won't go up in there. It's got to fit inside the frame. So it'll be welded on the outside and grounded smooth. Then I weld it on the inside. And won't have no bolts here at all. Won't be no bolts, won't be no bolts. These holes will be covered up. That'll be taken out, covered up. I'll knock these bushings out, cover them holes up. Because I can't use, these are too close for a hydrostat pedal up here. So I might have to move it back a little bit somewhere to make a hydrostat pedal. Can't make it right there, it's just too doggone close. But this one, this is the 6 inch. I don't know why I put it here. This 7-inch hole right here goes in that one. You can see it's much bigger. I don't know, yeah, you can tell it. That's 6 inch, this is 7 inch. So I got to swap them over, put this one on this side, then use this one over here. This one will be my flange bearing come through here with that 1 3/4 or I think it's 1 3/4 piece be on here. Then a nut be on it. Then I have 2 of these plates welded here, one down there welded off of it. Something like that. Oh well, we're going home. It's Saturday afternoon, probably get about 7 o'clock. So we'll get here tomorrow, Sunday. Try to take off where we left off. Pieces here, and I'm cutting that much off. I already cut the bottom off, and I'm going to mill the top off. So we're going to mill it off. Tend to do that till we get to that line top of my finger, my nail. We get it down to that. That's what I want. I don't need all that height. I need a little more clear. I know you was wondering how I was holding it. I have a bolt in the middle. I made a little wedge clamp, just like they did in the bicycle handlebar. When you put the handlebars on, you tighten that top Allen screw up, and it stop your steering wheel from moving. Well, it's the same way I did this. Just unloose it, pull it off. You see them 2 pieces wedged together? So when it tightens up, they both expand, and they hold this thing for me. So that's how we're doing that. I got one more to go with that one. All right, see how much different tall this is? Lower than it is? That's what I want. Want it a little lower. Now, I'd like to several patch to have this thing down to 6 inch, but we're working on it. We're getting pretty close. About 1,000 bigger, so it's 6,001. This is 6,000. I'm not 6,000, but you know, 6 inches. It's just 1,000 over. This is bored to 6 inches. So let's see if it's going to fit. There we go. Now I got to get this thing lined up pretty well and drill all these holes through here and tap these holes through here so I can put island heads. And I'm going to put the island heads down in here a little bit so they won't be above it, they'll be down in it. So that's my plan. Alrighty then. I took and laid that piece of this thing down in this hole, and I center punched every one of the where I got to tap at, so I'm drilling and tapping all the holes now. I'm going to tap these holes with a tap, with this tap here, a machinist tap or bullet tap. We're going to use the milling machine, just go right through it. So I'm going to dedicate this to pub1.com. I seen him hand doing a bunch of holes by hand, and he had a milling machine. He could do that by a milling machine so easy and so quick. So I'll show you here. You just got to make sure when you're coming down with this that right here you got enough distance in there. Don't let it bottom out, it'll break your tap off, because it can't keep going if it bottoms out. So make sure you have plenty of travel play. So just grease that booger up, start your engine, pick it up some. Whoop, got to put it in low, can't get it high. Put this thing in low. Make sure it's in low, yep. Now you got to turn this the opposite way, this handle up here. Nope, wrong way. The opposite way. I was doing the opposite of the opposite. Just let it go. Watch it. Watch for your tap to come through here. Drill back up. I got a little confused then with the camera. Almost didn't find my lever in time. Almost screwed up. So that's it. That's tapped through. I'm about to put the camera down and do this because I don't want to. I almost bottomed out there. And I almost bottomed out there. I was like, couldn't figure the lever. Oh, which lever? I got confused there. So I'm going to put the camera down and finish these. So I ain't got but 2 done, so I like the rest of them to do. Well, this is the last hole. Got them all tapped but one. There she goes, the last one. Last cotton picking one, we're through with that. I'm glad. I am glad. And we're done. We'll take it over and set the bolts line up in my piece over there. Well, this is where the rubber meets the road, you might say. See if it's even gonna fit. I did mark top, didn't I? Yeah. Let me see if I got the right side. Yeah, I got the right side. So we gotta line that up with the mark at top. That's it there. Get a few bolts over here and see if it's gonna See if they're gonna start. That'll be the next thing if they start. If they do, that's good. If they don't, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. That one started. That one started. All right, that one started. All right, good. So that's 3 that started. That's pretty good. Well, I decided to use these 5/16 countersink heads, but I hadn't countersinked yet. See them sticking out? But they stick a little over past that, so I'm gonna stick them in the lathe and turn the head down just a little bit so they'll stay in the perimeter. But 4 of these across here will be a plate bolted here with a bearing here that will hold my drive shaft, because there'll be a joint right here. There'll be a joint right here, and something's got to hold that drive shaft right here. So I'll be putting I'm not gonna countersink these here. I'm just gonna wait. And that's gonna work. Had a bolt. That's gonna go right to try and weld right in once I get to everything. I'm not gonna weld it yet till I get to it.